Hi there folks, happy Father's Day to any fellow dads out there. My son made me a card with my wife's help, which I've now got pinned up, as you can see, maybe in the background there, the reflection up on the dry erase board. Just a relatively quick one today, a couple of minor changes. Obviously I've had my hair cut and I'm trying out a cheap lav mic just to see if it improves the sound, makes it a wee bit less echoey for the pieces to camera like this, and that made me think I could maybe do a super quick video on my recording setup in here. I didn't design the Tiniest Workshed to support YouTubing at all. It just sort of evolved in a serendipitous way, which is true of so much of this place. But the setup is pretty good given the almost complete lack of dedicated equipment and the very limited space. So let's quickly go through how I get all the shots for my videos. I just use 3 simple clamp mounts for 3 key positions. Let me show you. Straight above the workbench, there's one right there. I've also got power because the longer talkies pieces tend to be there. Then behind the workbench, right up here, just beside the mirror, I've got another one pointing straight down towards the surface. And then finally, over in the same direction, I've got one right there, which gives me a good angle in that direction. And they all work the same way. They just get this sort of clamp. The phone in landscape easily fits into these little rubber retainers. They are super stiff, so they stay exactly where they are, and I can reuse them session to session without having to set them up all over again. The mount in front of the workbench directly above it lets me do my intro and outro pieces like this. What you're seeing behind me is the mirror, which reflects the tools and bounces some light and frames everything quite nicely. I just put the mirror up to create a sense of space. I had no idea I would ever do videos, so that's a super bonus. The mount behind and just to the left of the workbench lets me get shots of what is on the workbench. I used it for unboxing and showing how to make certain measurements and things like that. It's a pretty good angle and it lets me get on with what I'm doing right here without getting in the way of the camera, but lets you see as well. So it's pretty nice. The far corner mount, which is as I'm looking at the shed door immediately to the left and just up in the corner there, so above the lumber and the workmate, lets me get shots of the majority of the shed. I obviously wouldn't use it for workbench stuff because that's a bit far up this way. I start to disappear, but it lets me get this entire extended area and the router table, dust collector, and just have a few more interesting angles. It is just that simple and low tech, and I know it shows in the videos, but I have a lot of fun with it. I do all the recording just on an iPhone, mostly using the front facing camera actually, so that I can use it as a monitor as well. I do the editing on an iPad Pro using Final Cut Pro. Never touches a desktop computer at all. By no means the best quality or the most polished results, but they're functional and they're charmingly scrappy, down to earth, honest, as fitting with the rest of the shed. So it works for me, and I hope the video quality and the sound quality is at least okay for you. Happy Father's Day once again to the fellow dads, and thanks again for watching. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.